You just scrolled through your feed. Everyone's engaged. Everyone's traveling. Everyone just got promoted, bought a house, looks incredible. Meanwhile, you're here, in sweatpants, eating cereal for dinner, wondering what you're doing wrong. Welcome to the comparison engine, the mental state that measures your worth against everyone else's highlight reel and always finds you lacking. Right now, it's running a calculation, and you're losing. Here's what the comparison engine doesn't tell you. You're not comparing realities. You're comparing your behind the scenes to everyone else's curated performance. They posted the vacation. They didn't post the credit card debt. They posted the promotion. They didn't post the panic attacks. They posted the relationship. They didn't post the fight last night. You're seeing their best 1% and comparing it to your worst 99%. This isn't an accident. Social media platforms are designed to amplify comparison, because comparison keeps you scrolling, and scrolling keeps you seeing ads. The comparison engine isn't just in your head, it's in the algorithm, and it's profitable. Let's talk about how this works in your brain. Comparison is actually a useful tool. Evolutionarily, it helped you gauge where you stood in the group. Are you contributing? Are you falling behind? Do you need to step up? But that system was designed for groups of 50 to 150 people. People you actually knew. People whose full lives you could see. Now, you're comparing yourself to thousands of people, strangers, influencers, people who literally get paid to look like they have it all figured out. Your brain can't tell the difference. It just sees, they have more, you have less. They're winning, you're not. And then it concludes, something is wrong with you. The comparison engine runs on something psychologists call social comparison theory. There are two types: upward comparison, comparing yourself to people above you. This can motivate, or, more often, it can devastate. Downward comparison, comparing yourself to people below you. This can comfort, or it can make you feel guilty and shallow. But here's the problem. On social media, almost all comparison is upward, because nobody posts their failures. Nobody shares their mundane Tuesday. Nobody broadcasts their self-doubt. So you're constantly looking up, at people who seem smarter, richer, happier, more successful, more loved. And your brain interprets this as data. You are behind. You are not enough. Everyone else figured it out. You didn't. The comparison engine takes this data and builds an entire narrative about your inadequacy, about how you'll never catch up, about how you're wasting your life while everyone else is living theirs. None of this is true, but it feels true, because the comparison engine is very, very convincing. Here's what makes it worse. Comparison doesn't stop at social media. You compare your salary to your friends, your relationship to theirs, your body to the people at the gym, your career trajectory to your college classmates. The comparison engine is always running, scanning, measuring, finding evidence that you're falling short. And here's the cruelest part. Even when you win, you lose. You get the promotion. The comparison engine finds someone who got a bigger one. You buy the house. Someone else's is nicer. You hit your goal? The comparison engine moves the goalpost. Because the comparison engine doesn't want you to feel satisfied. Satisfaction stops the comparison, and comparison is its fuel. So you're stuck on a treadmill, chasing a finish line that moves every time you get close. Let's talk about what comparison actually costs you. It's not just your self-esteem, though yes, constant comparison destroys that. It's your actual life. Because while you're busy comparing, you're not building. You're so focused on what they have that you don't develop what you have. You're so obsessed with their timeline that you ignore your own. You delay starting because you're already behind. You quit projects because someone else did it better. You don't celebrate wins because someone else's win was bigger. The comparison engine doesn't just make you feel bad, it paralyzes you. And here's the irony. The people you're comparing yourself to, they're doing the same thing. They're looking at someone else's feed and feeling inadequate. Everyone thinks everyone else has it together. Nobody actually does, but we're all too busy performing to admit it. Okay, so how do you stop the comparison engine? Strategy 1. Stop consuming curated realities. You can't compare what you don't see. Unfollow accounts that trigger comparison. Mute people who make you feel small. Curate a feed that doesn't activate the comparison engine. This isn't about avoiding success. It's about avoiding the illusion of effortless perfection. Because that's what triggers the comparison engine, not their success. The lie that it came easily. That they don't struggle. That you're the only one who does. Strategy 2. Compare yourself to yourself. The only comparison that matters. Are you better than you were last year? Last month? Yesterday? Not better than them, better than past you. This is called temporal comparison, and it's the only form of comparison that actually motivates instead of destroys. Track your progress, your growth, your small wins, not theirs. Because your journey doesn't look like theirs. Your timeline isn't their timeline. And that's not a failure. That's just how life works. Strategy 3. Expose the illusion. Remember, social media is performative. Everyone is editing. Everyone is curating. Everyone is choosing what to show and what to hide. That engagement photo took 47 tries. That effortless success built on years of invisible work. That perfect life has problems you'll never see. You're not behind. You're just seeing a version of reality that was designed to make you feel that way. So you keep scrolling. So you keep consuming. So you keep comparing. The comparison engine is profitable for the platforms, not for you. Here's the truth. The comparison engine doesn't want you to know. There is no race. There is no scoreboard. There is no universal timeline where everyone hits the same milestones at the same age. You're not late. You're not behind. You're not failing. You're just living a life that doesn't look like the filtered, curated, algorithm-optimized versions you see online. And that's okay. Better than okay. Because real life is messy, complicated, non-linear, full of setbacks and weird detours and moments of doubt. The comparison engine wants you to believe that everyone else has escaped that. They haven't. They're just not posting it. So, Who's the person your comparison engine fixates on? The friend, the influencer, the ex, the sibling whose life looks perfect from the outside? Drop it in the comments. Let's normalise admitting we all do this, and that it's exhausting. Next week, Localhost, the avoidant. Intimacy feels dangerous, so you disappear before they get too close. We're examining why your brain treats connection like a threat, and how to let someone in without running away. Subscribe for weekly character studies, and hey, maybe close Instagram after this, just for today. See how it feels. See you next time. You're not behind. You're right where you need to be.